Hi, Dawn here from Padamo Crafts. I thought I'd do a little craft along with me today. Starting with something very simple. Some envelopes turned into pockets. I've done a few for examples. You've got an envelope, a pocket at the top, and then a little pocket there. The backs aren't done so that you can stick them down in your journals. Here we've got one without any other pocket apart from the front one, and again this one, and a little one here as well. So basically all you'll need is what we in the UK call a letter envelope. So what I do is seal them. You don't need to worry about sticking the seal down because you can sew, fold it up so that you have the desired size for your pocket. Give it a nice fold. So at this point you can either just cut the top off if you wish to make that into a pocket, or leave it sealed. Then the next thing you need to do is find yourself some paper. Hang on a moment. Okay, I have some beautiful papers from Antique Papery. So you line it up where you like it, like so. Oops. Turn it over and just mark around the edge. What I do now is get my Timmy Holtz ruler and tear just on the inside of the line. That gives you a nice edge and should fit exactly where you want it. So now get yourself some glue. For this sort of thing I just use PVA. Go around like so. You don't have to worry too much because you're going to be sewing it. If you don't want to sew it, then just make sure that you go to the edges. Put your lid back on. Oops. And make sure you've got it the way that you want it. And put it in place. There we go. Then you have to choose what you'd like for the bottom. I've got some very pretty old scraps, or you can, whoops, excuse me, use the other piece of the paper that you've cut off. So again, turn it over, get it to the edge, mark it out with a pencil, get your ruler and tear just inside the line. So, oops, and like so. Line it up, make sure everything fits all right. Add your PVA glue. Again, depending on whether you're sewing or not, as to how close you get it to the edges. Add it down, put the lid back on. And luckily with the PVA you get a few seconds to move it. Oh, whoops, excuse me. I'll give it a good press. You can always just go over it with your bone folder to spread the glue out evenly, like so. And now if you want to ink it, it's best to ink the inside edge before you sew it. I'm using obviously Tim Holtz vintage photo. You can hardly see it, the name anymore. It's been so well used as a stand. Go around each edge. There we go. Right. First things first, get yourself some sort of lace prettiness for the edges. I've got this very pale pink, which I thought was lovely for the top and the bottom. But I'll sew them on, so just put them there for one moment and choose a flower. These are Tim Holtz wildflowers, which I've cut out on white watercolour paper and painted with watercolour. I'm not very good at watercolour painting, but I thought I'd give it a go. Tracy Fox's mini challenge. I don't think that one's the right one. No, contrast. So we'll see what contrasting flowers we've got, I think. What about a purple? No, maybe yellow. That's quite pretty. Oops. Cotton on there. Yeah, that's fine. These I just dab randomly all the way around the edges. I find that dotting is much easier and quicker. And also when you press them down, it spreads the glue better. So there we go. Whoops. Press it down. Like so. Do the other one. Dab, dab, dab. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, dab. And then the stem. Lid on. Tuck it in. I've always got dried baby wipe just to mop up any excess glue. There we go. Now have a look in my Tracy Fox labels and tickets and see what we think. So it's a pink. Oh, this is Happiness in Crafting, G, one of her lovely labels. Field Notes, that's one of Tracy's. Have a good look through, see if there's anything particular that you like. Maybe something green. Pollinate. Yeah, maybe pollinate. Have that one up there. Perhaps that there. Okay, let's stick them, oh no, ink them first. Just to get rid of the white edges. Give them a little bit distressed vintagey look. And these won't be sewn on, so best to glue them down all the way to the edge if possible. Oops. These little pieces of paper don't need loads and loads of glue, as long as they're round, you've got some around the edges. And dab them. Oops. There we go. Now, what I've been doing, excuse me, is doing a seal on them. So, get my little kit that hubby bought for me. I've only got one seal, which is a feather. Oh no, I haven't got a lighter. Oh, here we are. There we go. Put it underneath. A couple of little gold hexagons. I think this was all from Amazon. And the only one I've got is the feather. So hang on while it melts. I'll be back. Okay, ladies, that's melted. Give it a stir with an old cocktail stick. Wipe off the excess. Blow the candle out. Place it where you'd like it. Gently pour it, then you'll find it goes into a nice circle. This is mainly gold with a little bit of pinky red mixed in with it, basically because I can't get it out the spoon. And then make sure your stamp's up the way you want it. Press down. Hold it there for a few seconds. Yep, there we go. One stamped image. Okay, I'm just going to go off and sew the pieces on. I'll be back. Okay, ladies, I've sewed it. Decided not to put it along the top because it covered up the yellow flower. Just trim down the edges. Go. Trim it off there. And there, excuse me, just terrible with rubbish. There is your finished pocket. Now, like the others, you can add some more. I've added sari silk to that one. This has got G. Kerr's Happiness in Crafting, one of hers, and Tracy Fox. Happiness in Crafting and Tracy. These are all antique papery. papers, excuse me, apart from this one, which I believe is Bohemian Crafting, the lovely Eva. There we go. I hope this was helpful. If you need any information, just leave your comment below and I'll try and answer you. Thank you. Bye.